Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Gran Turismo 3, the ultimate driving simulator. And I'm not 100% awake right now. I just woke up like probably 30 minutes ago, and let's just say that my eyes are not fully there, nor is my brain. So we'll see what we can do here. Last episode we were able to finish races 4 and 5. The undefeated streak is still alive in this thing, which makes me happy. But we'll see what the next two races are, because the rubber hits the tarmac and the plane takes off, and you realize that you forgot everything in your bag that went through check-in, and all the food that you bought inside the airport that was way too expensive plus tax is still in there, and you're fucked. Because the only thing you get to eat after that is that weird, horrible, horrible bag of pretzels and stuff that just isn't any good. In case you're wondering why that was abnormally specific, that's exactly what happened to me. So, you know, we won't worry about that. So, Super Speedway, by the way, I'm kind of interested by this. I really hope that I won't have regretted the idea of not doing a qualifier lap for this, because this is going to be one where we're either going to be able to effectively overtake them and move on with our lives, or we're going to be treading water for 10 laps. Where I'm just going to be kind of doing like the test course thing again, where we're all really close to each other, but nobody really makes any ground on anybody. So I'm hoping that there will be a spot. Ah, there it is. That's going to be our golden ticket right there. No matter what's going on, every single lap, they will all slow down right there. Oh, that's the best. That is the fucking best. I love having a little out like that, where you always know that no matter what's going on, you will have some kind of reprieve that will give you at least a little bit of room. So this is good. The thing I worry about, though, is going to be our tires. I don't know if anybody's going to pit or not. I mean, I know this is a short track and it's 10 laps, but I don't know how well we're going to be able to survive all of that. Okay. Yep. This is not the prettiest thing in the world. Either way, so let's talk about something real quick here. I have a nice new entry in the customers that piss me off chronicle of the world here, because I had two specific people, one of which I didn't actually deal with, but I heard the story about it, and it's fucking infuriating. The other one that happened, I'll tell this one first because it actually was a hands-on thing. This one happened to me yesterday. And it's as simple as this. I fucking hate it when customers do not follow simple directions, or even when people follow simple directions in general, I suppose would be another way of looking at it. But so normally, you know, and people that work in retail that have to do opening shifts, you guys totally understand how this works. You know, you go in there, you got people that are waiting outside of the store. They want you to open the place up so they can go in and shop, and you know, you get there and you're just like, okay, let me open the door and, you know, give me just a minute and I'll have the store open for you. Then you can come in and buy whatever it is you want to buy. You know, just give me a second to get everything prepared for you. And a lot of the time, they'll be, you know, perfectly patient, be like, oh, okay, take your time, and it's no big deal. It's not like it's fucking, you know, 9 in the morning and you have the entire rest of your day to be out and about doing things. It's not like it's a life or death situation that you buy your fucking whatever at 9 in the morning. Unfortunately, I do not have that same semblance of luck as some other people may, because I had to open the store yesterday, and I got there virtually right on time, which is good, because a lot of the time I don't. A lot of the time I'm usually rolling in about 5 minutes late, which at pretty much any other job would totally get me fired. But hey, that's what you own your own business for. So I roll up to the store about a minute or two early, and I saw that there were two people that were waiting out, you know, right outside the door. And so I'm carrying my stuff up to the door, and I've got my key and everything. This guy is just really getting on my shit right now. You need to back the fuck off, Supra, okay? I understand you wanna overtake and take the lead so you can totally get laid by your imaginary digital girlfriend tonight, but it's not going to happen, okay? I've got more important things to do, and it's called winning. So I walk up, and they were like, hey, are you opening in a minute? And I was like, well, yes. I was like, so let me unlock the door and let me go get the store, you know, prepared for you, and then I'll come let you guys in, all right? And they're like, oh, okay, all right, sounds good. And so we go, and so I unlock the door, and, you know, you unlock the door, and the fucking alarm, beep, beep, holy shit, come in here and turn it off, or we're letting the cops know. You know, that whole song and dance. Oh, our tires are getting in bad shape now. This is gonna be something, because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna take a break. We have 2 laps left. Anywho, so the alarm goes off, and I go in there and turn it off, and it's like clockwork. The very second that these two heard the alarm go off, and, you know, and that I started walking to the back of the store to go, you know, get the money drawers and turn the lights on, they just fucking walked in. They just like, oh, well, the alarm's off, so that means I can walk in now. Apparently that's what prepared means. I did not realize that the term prepared for you means turning off the alarm so you can come barging in here in pitch black darkness. And so that was a thing. They just decided to totally disobey my instructions of saying, I will let you in when I am ready. Instead of, oh no, that means I'll turn the alarm off, and as I'm still waiting to turn the lights on, you guys can just come strolling in here and making me uncomfortable. And so they come walking in while I'm walking to the back, you know, trying to, you know, get the office door open so that I can go and get everything. The lady that comes in, she's looking in the dark, she just decides to turn my way and yell, hey, can you turn the lights on? I can't see anything in here. And I'm just sitting here like, hey, well, maybe you should have followed my fucking directions instead of just deciding that you know, reserve the right to come barging in here without me saying so. I was like, you know what? I didn't say this, obviously, but I'm sitting here, like, mumbling to myself, hey, well, if you can't fucking follow directions, I'm not fucking following your demands. So you get to wait a minute while I go and get everything else. And so I was like, and so what I actually did say, that was code word for me saying, yes, ma'am, hold on just a moment. And so, you know, I go and I get all the stuff that I need so that I can actually accept people's money, because we don't leave the money just sitting in the drawers all night, because that's just asking for someone that breaks in to take it all. And as I'm getting those things and I'm exiting the office to go turn the lights on and everything, she had walked further down, you know, down the aisle towards where I am, and she just looks at me with her hand on her hip, like, excuse me, I can't see anything in here. So, can you please turn the lights on, or are you just intentionally not paying attention to me? And I'm just like, you know, I was like, hold on just a moment. I need to take these things up front so that I can have the store open and ready. You know, you gotta give me a second, okay? She's like, well, I don't have all day. It's like, well, you know, I don't have all day to be taking your shit either, okay? Didn't say that either, but I really wanted to. And it's like, who the fuck are you sitting here ordering me around like a godforsaken slave, you know? It's like, be happy that I decided to even let you in the first place. I should have just opened the door and fucking locked it in your face so that you couldn't just come strolling in here unannounced. It's like, why do people do that? I really don't understand why people do that. They're just, like, people just really, really hate following directions. I probably should have done a qualifier lap here. Apricot Hill is a weird race, man. This is one where things can kind of get away from you. I've had ones where that fucking Castrol really just kind of pulls away and I can't catch him. So this may have been an ill-advised choice. We'll just have to see what happens. Come on, baby. Oh, boy. Oh, no. No, no, no. Okay. No, we're kind of sort of good. Oh, boy. These corners are not very forgiving right now. We just gotta hang in there, though. As long as we can just hang around, we'll be all right. Because there is that one spot. There's that one spot where we got the little mini hairpin turn that we can just go blaze through and make up some extra space. So yeah, I mean it's a fairly minute thing. It's just that it happens all the time. Like, I don't understand what is so hard about people just waiting an extra 45 seconds for me to walk back and turn the lights on and grab the money drawers and then, you know, turn the sign on and let people in. Why is that such a hard concept for people to grasp? I don't understand. I mean, it's like they're asking me to just, like, put their entire lives on hold. Like, you know, the very essence of their being is hanging in the balance if they can't walk in and buy their fucking incontinence formula because their pisser doesn't work right. But, hey, you know, it's neither here nor there at this point. The other one was much more infuriating, and I'm really glad I didn't have to deal with it, although I have dealt with people like this many times before. My brother was the one that got to handle this one, and oh, I bless his tortured soul for having to deal with it. We get so up at our Woodburn store, we have some very shall we call them thrifty customers, and I'm not trying to pull the race card here. I'm really not. But this happens with Russian customers more than it happens with any other type of customer that I have in my store. And I don't know why that is, but it's, you know, from what I understand, even from our Russian employees that work with us, a lot of Russian customers like to be really, really thrifty with stuff, and they are the absolute kings and queens of bargain hunting. They want every fucking discount that exists on this planet. And so, just to preface this a little bit, that's kind of what we're looking at. So, this guy comes in, and he's related to one of our employees. I think it's like her uncle or something like that. And so, he comes in. He wants to buy, you know, such and such items. And this is how the conversation more or less went between him and my brother. Is so we have a built-in program. We have like the senior discount program, and we also have like a friends and family sort of thing that, you know, employees to the store are afforded 20% off all non-sale item products in the store, and like their immediate family members are also afforded that same discount. And then in some select cases, which we're totally changing this policy, by the way, in some select cases we've made exceptions for some extended family. But that's neither here nor there. So this guy comes in. He wants, for this item that we already have 20% off, mind you. Like, there's just a built-in sale that we already had in the store for these particular items. They were already 20% off manufacturer retail. On top of this 20%, he also wanted the senior discount, which is an extra 10%, so he wanted it 30% off. Then he wanted to use the 20% off friends and family discount, which would have made it 50% off. And then he wanted to use a manufacturer coupon, which really is fine. You know, I mean, we take that on top of whatever, so, you know, that was no problem. But he wanted to use a manufacturer's discount. And then he wanted to use our rewards program thing, which specifically states that you cannot stockpile that alongside other offers, you know, like the friends and family discount and senior discount and, you know, other promotions like that. And inside of that, he wanted to use a $5 off discount on top of an extra 10% off promotional thing. So this dude wanted to use literally every single fucking discount that we offer in the store, and we wouldn't let him do it. You know, we told him, you know, you can use this discount, and you can use the manufacturer coupon, because that you can use it whatever you want. And he was not having any of that. He thought this was more or less the way that it goes down. He says, well, you know what? I'm special. He had the fucking balls to say, well, you know what? I deserve all the best discounts because I'm special. I'm a special customer. And, you know, he's like, I bring business to you guys all the time, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh, you're one of these people. Oh, he's like, I shop in there at least like 3 times a week, which is total bullshit. I've seen him total in all of my time working there. I have seen him like twice. I know that I don't work there all week, so I'm sure he shops there more often than that. But from what I understand, he shops in there like once every 3 weeks. So, you know, that whole thing is a load of shit. He's like, I shop in there all the time, and I tell all of my friends that they need to come in, and which is fine. He's like, I tell everybody I know they need to come and shop at your store, and so I bring you a lot of money. So that means that I should be afforded the best discounts that you have to offer. And if you don't give them to me, then I'm never going to come in again, and I'm going to tell everybody that I know that they should never shop with you guys again because you guys are just fucking awful. I don't think he said fucking awful, but he said you guys are just the worst, that you're not willing to take care of your customers, and that you guys are just wanting to make an extra buck. And we're just like, okay, sir, you know, we can't give you this kind of discount. And it's like, first, and I'm sitting here thinking with the whole, you know, I bring you business. Well, you know what? So does every fucking person that shops in my store. Everybody that has ever walked in the door, picked up a bottle of fucking erectile dysfunction correction formulation, and brought it up to the counter and given me their, you know, plastic money, you know, rectangle, or, you know, their sweaty wads of cash. All of those people are bringing me business. You know, whether they decide to tell their friends about it or not, that's one thing, but everybody that shops brings you business. That's literally the process. And so, you know, just because you bring some additional people in the store doesn't mean that, you know, that you just deserve to have every product in the store 65% off because you believe that you're part of this elite sect of human beings that just, you know, deserves to have, you know, things at well below wholesale, no less. And so we're just sitting here like, and so he decides that once my brother told him that he can't have these things, and he tried to calmly explain to him why he can't have them, oh, he had had enough of that. He's like, I want to talk to the manager, i.e. the owner, i.e. my dad, who, i.e. has no patience for that shit. He's like, I don't want to have any of this. But so so they called over to our store where my dad was, and he's like, hey, I need you to talk to this guy. He's not getting it. He's trying to work us over for the most absurd discount level that is just ridiculous, and he's getting impatient, and he's starting to get loud and raucous in the whole thing. So he's like, okay, I'll talk to him. And so my dad talked to this dude for literally almost 40 minutes. 40 whole minutes of this just load of bullshit. And so he's in the back office, and I left him alone to do most of the conversation. I didn't want to be hovering over him the whole time. But every time I walked back there, in between that span of 40 minutes, I'd walk back there, and he's just sitting there on the phone with his annoyed, I'm super annoyed with you face going on. He's sitting back there, reclining in the chair with his jaw just sticking out like this, and he's just like, he's all red in the face. He's just like... You could tell, even though my dad's not that kind of guy that would totally just pop off on somebody, but if it were my brain, you could totally tell that he's just like, God, just fucking shut up. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And he eventually got the guy to figure it out. He's just like, oh, not only that, he wanted us to match prices with another store who actually didn't have lower prices than us. He's like, I want you to match their price because they do all this stuff. He's like, otherwise I'm going to drive all the way out there and get it. And it's like, but you got to drive 20 miles to go get that. You're not saving money. You have to expend the gas to go and get it. Oh my God. I hate those kinds of people. They're like, well, but this place sells it for $1 less. It's like, but they're in fucking Tigard. You have to drive 25 miles to go get it, and then 25 more miles to come back. So you're spending all of the difference and then some in gas. You fucking idiot. I felt a lot better to talk about that. That's a lot of pent up tension over people being stupid. So with that, my friends, we're going to stop right here. When we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, The Ultimate Driving Simulator, we're going to move on. We're going to do some more races. I just needed to get that out there. Do you not hate people like that? Because I feel like I'm not the only kind of person that deals with stuff like that. Just the people that are not satisfied with the discounts you already have in place because you want them to save money, that we are generous enough to extend our discount that we get from the manufacturer straight to you so that you don't have to spend $35.99 or $34.99. You get to pay $27.99 instead. I feel like that's fair, but apparently not. Oh no, they want to have this and this and this and this and this and this, so they only have to pay fucking, 40% of what it's actually supposed to be or less. So what are you gonna do? So anywho, when we come back, we're gonna do races 8 and 9. And then we'll see how it goes, which I'm pretty sure, oh god damn it, it's going to be Special Stage Route 11, it's going to be Grand Valley Speedway again, I think, and then it's going to be Tokyo R246 again. Son of a bitch. Alright, guys, well, we'll come back and we'll take care of that. But until then, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching and enduring the struggle and listening to my rant about people that I hate. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Take it easy.